makes me laugh every time. Hey, welcome to Dave McDonald's Saturday morning How to Draw Cartoons. I got a little bit late for this video. I did not get this posted by Saturday morning, so it's really Sunday evening How to Draw Cartoons. Of course, you may not be watching it on a Saturday, so it doesn't matter when I recorded it, does it? No. Don't know why I shared that with you, but I felt a little guilty about not posting on Saturday morning. Hey, look at this. Last week's drawing, and now a brief announcement. Flying overhead ducks. Riveting, I'd say. Riveting drawing, yes. Colored my drawing. He's wearing flippers. I don't know why. He's got flippers, but we do things a little bit different here. I hope you're having a good day and you want to draw something with me. We're going to draw another little animal character, or I should say a big animal character. It's a character you might find in the jungle. Yes, it could be a lion, a tiger, or no, not a bear. I think you could find bears in some jungles. It's a hippopotamus. And he's going to be in the act of kind of stumbling over something. So let's just get started, and we'll give him a funny name at the end, but let's get started here. He's going to be stumbling, so he's not just standing around, he's in the act of falling. So up in the air, we're going to start with our simple shapes with our pencil, and I'm going to start with his body shape. That's going to be a square that's kind of tilted over on its side. Well, it's leaning over because he's going to be falling in that direction. So that's going to be for his body. His legs are all askew. They're sticking out in all different directions because, again, he's in the act of falling. So those will be based on kind of part of a triangle shape, really. See that shape? If I were to continue it, it would be a triangle. But we're not going to use the entire triangle. You could even say these were almost boxes that we put at the bottom, right? So those are going to be his kind of flailing feet. Let's make them a little bit bigger. Hippopotamuses are huge. So we'll give him some big feet. His head is going to be based on two shapes. Why don't you go ahead and put an oval shape there at the corner of our square or rectangle. And then way out here, they have the big snouts. That's going to be based on this other circle shape. Let me check my camera here and make sure you can, yes, see it, because it's way up here at the top of the piece of paper. So what we're going to do is kind of connect these two shapes to make the shape of his head. See that? Come around, and he's going to be kind of screaming because he just tripped. So he's kind of got his mouth open. So just bring this will be the bottom of his snout. Just bring it around, make like a teardrop shape. That's going to be his open mouth. All right. And then, let's see, we'll just bring this back to his body. A little line there. Maybe we see a little hint of the other foot out there. So we don't have to draw the whole square. So we've got a little square here, part of a square there. His head is here. Let's make those eyeballs 1, 2 ovals. And he's going to be in agony, so his eyes are closed. So we do that with our curved lines, 2 curved lines. He's got those little, for as big as this character is, a hippopotamus, the animal, they've got these tiny little ears, almost teardrop shaped ears, right? And they've got, I think they have little snout, little nostrils right there. Okay, and he's a big guy. So let's kind of use our pencil to give this a little bit more form than it did before, rounding off our, like the feet, and give them a little more, rounded effect. Maybe that's the bottom of his foot right there. And let's give him some, use some upside down curved lines for some toenails. Right? Wonder if they use toenail polish. Have you ever seen a hippo with toenail polish? Maybe at a zoo, I don't know. And inside his mouth we'll make his tongue just a little curved line, the indication of a tongue. Right? And they have usually these big, they do have big teeth. I'm going to draw the two in the front. So we'll just indicate the two teeth with some simple shapes there. Now, if I put the paper like this, you can see he's in the act of falling. Oh, and he's got a tail. Don't forget that, a little S-shaped tail with maybe a little poof at the end of it. I think that's a biological term too, poof. That's the poof of the tail. The poof is in the pudding. Oh, $10 pun. All right. Okay, so we've kind of loosened up our shapes. We've connected them. Down here, he's falling because he tripped on a rock. So just make a rock shape. It could be a round rock or it could be a square rock. I'm just going to make it almost trapezoid shape. And I'm going to put some grass at the bottom of it because it's sitting in the grass. Maybe some, when I go to color it, I'll make a couple of different colors. All right, and put the horizon line behind him here. You could put your, we'll do our cloud maybe, and then if you wanted to, you could put maybe a coconut tree back here, some kind of jungle foliage. Right. There he is. And then we'll do motion lines because he is in motion. And we're going to call this guy the Trippopotamus. Trippopotamus. Yes. Get it? Because he's tripping. He tripped on a rock. All right, let's get this guy going with our ink pens. All right. Ding. I like to get that one line done. And let's see. Maybe a couple little, I don't know why, sprigs of hair on the top. We'll ink our eyeball shapes. Of course, they're closed. Have you ever gotten up in the middle of the night or when it's dark and stubbed your toe into the wall or the doorway? Boy, that hurts, doesn't it? And that's kind of the feeling he's feeling right now. He just rammed into a big rock and he's up in the air. And he's not doing too well right now. Again, we're seeing the bottom of this foot. Flailing legs here. And there's his body. All right, let's do that. Tail out to the poof of the tail. All right. There's that. And then let's maybe just a real quick, don't take too much time on this, indication of jungle life or plant life. diagonal lines and do our horizon line. And now we need some motion lines. All right, so he's going this way, so we need these big curved lines in front of him, maybe a couple here on the back feet. And he's come from this way because he's tripped on this. So do this, make a little, maybe 2 curved lines that start at the rock and follow him this way, right? And let's see, rock. And just to show that it's on the ground, we can put a little grass in front. And you could even do beneath the character because he's up in the air. Of course, I wrote hippopotamus, Trippopotamus there, but a shadow on the ground, right? Because he's way up in the air. All right, let's color in his inside of his mouth, leaving that tongue untouched. So if we go to color it, we can color the tongue. All right. And let's see. Looking pretty good there. The Trippopotamus. Ah, yes, I don't know how these ideas come to me. But when you have a silly imagination, sometimes that's what happens, right? Does it ever happen to you? I'm sure it does. Come up with a wacky idea. And sometimes, have you ever talk about waking up at night? Have you ever woken up at night to get a drink of water or something? You get a great idea, and then you think, I'll remember this for morning. I'm going to write a story about it because it was a wild thought. And then you get up in the morning and what happens? You forget, of course. Well, maybe you don't. Wait till you get old like me. You start to forget, right? But that's a lot of times at night we get our best ideas. So I try to keep some paper and pencil near the bedside. So if I do get a really cool idea that I want to kind of draw the next day or write about, I'll be able to turn the light on real quick, write down my idea, and go right back to sleep. There he is, the Trippopotamus. All right, sorry about that with the microphone. I hope you had fun today drawing along with me. How did yours turn out? I'll bet it's loads of fun just like this. All right, I hope you join me again sometime, but until then, be safe, stay well, and take care of one another. All right, bye-bye now from Corny Creek Farms.